I think this will work. I'm not exactly sure where I was. Hello guys, hey guys. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the room. Welcome to the family if you're a new follower. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to the collective, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you saw. Let me know what you've seen. Let me know what you want to say. This is a safe space where we talk about anything that I've posted, anything on the news. Thank you, Brooklyn or Ruben. Thank you. Yes, I need something to cover it up, make it look good. Safe space. Drop that in the comments. Let's get into it. We get into a lot of things. If you're new here, you're in for, I don't want to gas it up, but sometimes, most times, we get into a good groove over here at the Kelly Collective. So be sure to double tap the screen. Cowboy chic, ain't it? Be sure to double tap the screen. Let me know you're having a good time. Be sure to drop that in the comments and get engaged. Hello, Dulce forever. Get engaged. Let's get into the conversation. I have been going down a rabbit hole. My boyfriend told me he wanted to break up as a prank and said I shouldn't be mad. I also like to keep it real. And sometimes my real is too honest. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad. I love it. The ending. Did you scream? Because I scrumped. But my love killed. Is that a real question? It's because to that I say, shouldn't know. Your man should not want to upset you in that way. Not for April Fools, not on your birthday, not on a random Tuesday. In shock. Hey, Chris. Hey. Welcome, my loves. Drop down in the comments. Get into the conversation. A little bit of Killing Eve. Somebody had a question. Their significant other played a breakup prank. Well, no, they don't put that in there like that. A breakup prank, and I just don't think someone you love should want to make you feel unloved. If anything, because to me that's testing the waters, and I don't like to be tested. I usually fail those kind of tests. Why did you touch the surface? What surface? Of the statement? Yeah, so I don't think that's just, I don't know. I need a little bit more context to the situation. I need to know what led up to that, how y'all been, what happened after that, what he does. Can you clock him? Is he clockable, or can you never reach him? Because if you could never reach him and he says he's breaking up with you, honey, you might have lost him. You might have been lost him. Yeah. Why do people get on here and get weird? But I welcome that. Either way, safe space, drop that in the comments or something that you see in a video of mine. Let me know what video brought you over. Thank you so much, Natasha. Let me know what brought you over. Hey, Nurse Coco. Let me know what brought you over. Drop it in the comments or something that you saw. I've been in the mix of something ever since my good girlfriend sent me some stuff about Kim Porter, and I looked into Kim Porter, and now I'm on Kara Gamble, and now I'm on Hillary Clinton, and now I'm on the things. So, but I just came on to engage with the people. I see some new people have come over since the Portia video. Portia had a whirlwind weekend, y'all. A whirlwind weekend. I'm gonna be starting, and I didn't even plan this. I didn't even know when Portia was gonna get married. I didn't know the date. And that's the thing about, I don't want to brag about me or give myself false airs or whatever, but I'll be right on the money. Thank you so much, Karma J. Thank you. Had no idea I just knew Yandy was going to be in her wedding. Hey, Stace. I knew Yandy was going to be in her wedding. I did the Yandy video as my vintage tea series. Portia was in there. What, 2 days later Portia's wedding was? And I'm starting a wedding series. Not because of Portia and not because of Yandy, but because I have it on my list of things to do. And it just so happened to be kicking off with them. So everything in due time and in its proper time. So that's that with that. I was surprised that the idea of the theme of it was black tie. Not, why not formal? I can imagine, Portia changed, and all of this is going to be in the video. Portia changed 7 times, you guys, in 2 days. Is today Monday? It's Monday today, so I have to watch the one from last night. But I'm caught up. I just have to watch the one from last night. It's been a mess. And ultimately, I don't know if I could watch it and enjoy it objectively. Because like I said in my video, it's really production. It's really production. There's no way the girls think there's colorism, which I don't know if I see colorism. I just see women going at it. I don't know if color has anything to do with it. I don't think so. I just don't see it. Even when they brought it up at the reunion a couple of reunions ago, I don't know if I see that to be the issue between all of them. Clearly not with Mia. G blacker than everybody. Giselle, fucking blacker than everybody. Jamal, blacker than everybody. Robin, wanna be black. Who else light skin on there? Karen, Ray, blacker than everybody. So I'm not exactly sure what the colorism issue is there. And like I've said many, many times over here at the Kelly Collective, it's not always about race. And race is a very hot topic, and race gets people involved. Race gives black people something to stand on and fight for. And race gives something for white people to be scared of and intimidated by, and temper themselves on a conversation if they find themselves in the right situation. It don't have to be a driving force on a show. It don't have to be a driving force on a show where the cast is predominantly black. Everybody black on the damn show. Even Ashley's white presenting self. Does that mean I don't want to get suspended? I just got on here. If anybody, I'm not even going to put that on Ashley. I'm not going to put that on Ashley. But I don't think Ashley get to where she got to, done the things she done, and married to a man like that, and don't look down on people. They were definitely intimidated by Wendy because of her education. And they were intimidated by Monique because of her wealth, which is very obvious with the way her and her husband showed up at Portia's wedding. The idea was to wear custom Nigerian garb, and that's bright colors, fun. I think purple and pink and things like that was like the theme. Custom made. Not many girls did the custom made thing. Monique definitely did. And I think you can also tell by the rouging in the headdress how much money somebody got, because that takes time. Most girls did a quick 1, 2, 1, 2. Monique really went all the way. So they were definitely intimidated by that. And that's what I'm saying about Monique. Like, if I'm not going to do this with these girls. I'm going to shop my story around, see who picks me up, launch a business, and I don't have to deal with these heifers because I could go do something else. And that's what I'm saying. Like, all this stuff is like, it's fueled. It's like the producers fuel this shit. If Candace was a fighter, If Candace was a fighter, first of all, if Candace was a fighter, she would have never did what she did with Monique. They would have always been close because they would respect each other on that level. My opinion. But if Candace was a fighter, I was going to say that whole Monique thing, that would have been really good. And they probably would have never even been able to show that because they probably would have boxed, okay? But I don't think that would have happened if Candace was a fighter because she would know. Don't pop off unless you want to get popped. But again, I say, if she was a fighter, she would have been whooped Ashley's ass. I don't condone violence, okay? I do not condone violence, and I don't condone thievery, drug trafficking, and all those things. But right is right, and situations permit. You know? If Candace was a fighter, she would have been snapped on Giselle. And if Candace was a fighter, she wouldn't even be entertaining the sidekick like Karen called her. I'm glad everybody's calling out Robin for her extreme behavior. Like that is the biggest takeaway. I'm not moved by Mia. I actually like Mia. And I think Mia's just doing things to be interesting because she's never had this level of recognition and excitement. So she's down to do what the people need her to do. And that's that. What I think is interesting how Mia bring this girl on here and Jacqueline talking about if we weren't friends, if I met her as I got older, we wouldn't be friends now. Bitch, you mad Mia got money? You mad Mia got money and a man and kids? Yeah. Live nice. Got business popping up on them? It'll be a hater inside your own damn camp. Let's get that takeaway from that. It'll be a hater in your very own camp. Be careful who you surround yourself with. I did hear that her and Chris love and marriage, DC. They probably got other things going. Chris looked like he losing weight. Looked like he looked attractive now, better, you know. So who knows what they got coming down the turnpike? And that's just Monique. They're waiting her time, buying her time, playing a long game, like Corey Gamble, playing a long game, and seeing what's gonna pop off of her and her family. So that's that. Wendy and Candace do know how to use their words very well. Meaningful. I'm not gonna say Wendy wasn't antagonizing her, but your drunk ass go throwing it. I don't have a problem, but I'm just talking about the situation. Because like I said before, Wendy was drunk before they left the house. Where are the people? TikTok suspended my video. So haters in the mix. I need to get to YouTube. I need to get into a YouTube spirit. YouTube is not, let me record a little 3-minute video. Hey, Rich Lux. YouTube does not record a little 3-minute video and blah, blah, blah. Like, I have to really get things, like, I really have to put on my big girl panties and knock out YouTube. Because that is, YouTube is, TikTok is a bitch. Yeah, I said it. But, Mia was drunk before they left the house. Okay? Mia was drunk before they left the house. She knew what she was doing. She knew when she told, hey Jim, happy Monday. She knew when she told Sharice that she had her own room. Sharice had a small ass, but she didn't say all of that. And that's what I'm saying. That's what the production is of the whole show. She could have been like, yeah, Sharice, I gave you your own room, but girl, don't get too excited, whatever. Because then Sharice would have came back to the girls and been like, yeah, I got my own room, but they don't got no bathroom. Sharice would have been making calls from the car. You know, I would like to see something real like that. Where Sharice would have been like, okay, no, we don't tell Sharice till we get to Miami. Okay. And that's the thing too. Well, I understand. First of all, these women got money. And all of these women with Sharice, they all got their own bathrooms at home. So I'm not going to go on vacation. I wouldn't expect, just let me say that, to go on vacation with a bunch of heifers and have to share a bathroom when on a normal Wednesday, I don't share a bathroom with nobody. So I get that. But the level of the orchestration that they go through to make things so traumatic, honestly. Because for Sharice to get there, Sharice on, I'm not going to say what Sharice is on. I'm not trying to get sued for that because I don't know. But I thought Sharice had got a little regulation to her drug ration. Sharice be on them pills, allegedly. Eyes don't be open. Sentences don't be. And that's Mia. I just love that she's so grand dame, but I think she was being funny. Because I was being funny when I said a handsome couple. So I think Mia was being funny when she said, oh, darling, because she's like, yeah, this bitch be zooted. And Sharice do. So you get that woman. She probably already don't want to travel. Barely want to be on the show. Hot as hell. In a small room. Just think all that space in the living room and the kitchen and stuff like that. Like, you're not going to tell me that was a $14 million house. But if it's on the water in Miami, I guess so. Location. But in the only big house on the thing, they could have done better. Either way, that's beside the point too. I just think Sharice will have more to offer if she was more present. Thank you guys for the likes. I think she would have more to offer if she was more present. But that's not what we're getting. We're getting somebody to just fall victim to the orchestration of it all, you know? And Mia held the cards in that situation. As opposed to like Wendy trying to put, because that was nice. Wendy got them together, got the thing. They could have gotten an Airbnb with a lot more accommodations. Maybe not. And that's the thing too about production. Production know they're going on a trip. Production know they're going on a trip right now for next year. You know what I mean? Production knows when they would do that. Production would book that. When they booked Big Bear, I tell you, Married to Medicine in Atlanta, they had to have gotten out of Big Bear. Is that Big Bear? Hey, Holly. Atlanta would have gotten, they would have just left out of that house when Married to Medicine got in that house. They knew what type of situation, they knew how it was being booked. They knew what the tea was. And that's not true. All these people, everybody watch Married to Medicine. People love me. All these people watch Potomac. People love Potomac. And if Potomac, they got enough money in that Housewives budget, because Potomac is Housewives, so that's all the same budget. Now, Married to Medicine, I don't know, I'm sure it's the same production company and everything like that, but the pot for Housewives is all the same. Y'all could put them in a house. Fucking Beverly Hills, they go to Aspen and get 2 houses. Granted, one house was Kyle, so I guess that was, you know, the thing with the budget. Yeah, I saw that. Married to Medicine getting canceled. It's time for them to shake it up. It's time for them to figure a couple things out. Bravo got to pay something. I mean, it's not coming completely out of pocket. But they pay something because they have to insure things. They have to ensure the girls are safe, you know. So there's something that would go wrong. And, you know, I don't know. All the schematics. I would love to talk to somebody on the inside and get some real tea on that. But there was better things. But even still, them sitting in that big, small house with thin walls, that all goes into the, you know, drives of aggravation. They was aggravated before they even went to the dinner because the sleeping situations and things like that. The nerve of Robin and that's the way they be dicking us around with how to perceive Robin and Giselle, or the way they function around the girls is quite aggravating too. The nerve of them to complain about their rooms, 2 bedrooms, their own bathroom, big ass. They had the whole suite. Why are y'all complaining? Wendy and got a share room. I don't know what they did yesterday. I didn't watch it. Sharice don't got no bathroom. Fucking Ashley complaining because she could hear the girls screaming. Y'all on a girl's trip, you should be happy girls are screaming. I just can't call it. It's a brief moment. It's always been, every episode is like a brief moment where it's like, you know, this is sweet, this is cool, I like the girls. But then there's always some fuck shit that follows. And with Robin doing that whole, that whole, I don't want to call her aggressive, but it is. It's aggressive and it's unnecessary. There's a lot Robin is doing with the hair and with Juan and all that stuff. I wish she would just break up with Juan. They keep talking about Ashley need to get away. Ashley live with Wilder man that support her and want to do the things with her. Granted, he liked to do other things, but Ashley knew that when she married that man. Ashley came out her mouth too and said she was bisexual. She know what that man into. They bisexual together. I don't think she's gonna leave him. She looks so stupid having them 2 kids with him and then leaving him. Regardless, you getting a stipend or alimony or still, why you went all through all that stuff? And that's the thing, all this stuff for money, which goes into what I'm looking at right here. Y'all can't see the table. Everything is about money. Everything is about the bottom line. Everything is about the edification of someone else. Not too much of what we see, especially on television, is authentic. Or we need to go to a hotel. I didn't see it. And coming out towards, because then that's why I said going back to Wendy, Robin. I really like Wendy and all this stuff. Sitting there, I had the Sutter homes, the wine shooters at the park. What's wrong with y'all? But because Giselle, and I'm not saying that Robin, they do kind of move in tandem, but. And you know what I peeped too in the last episode? Robin is always apologizing. I think Giselle likes that about her. When and Giselle gonna speak for Robin. We know that we've always known that. When Ashley walked into both their rooms, and Ashley was like, "Can I sit on the bed?" You know, she was talking about Robin's bed. Giselle said, "Yeah, go ahead," before Robin could even say anything. And that's their relationship. It's little things like that and I don't know if people see stuff like that because people see what they want to see. I'm gonna keep referencing what I've got going on here. Like Corey Gamble, I'm sitting there looking at some stuff for Corey Gamble, and people just discredit that man so passionately that they are not even open to the idea that he holds more weight or more influence than you want to believe. And obviously that's Giselle. Somebody said in the comments, no, I saw a video. Somebody was like, Giselle got to be the highest paid, but I told you guys Giselle is the one that orchestrated Potomac. Giselle got to be the highest paid to get a silent assassin for sure. To get on that show and be dragged, because she might hold her own for a little while on the series, but when them reunions come, Giselle has been getting dragged for 3 reunions consecutively, and for her to go back, love the money. For her, I mean, she got 3 girls, she got 3 kids to put her through college, and she got to at least do something like Jamal. But and whatever side businesses they have, because Giselle don't do nothing. Giselle don't do nothing. Reasonably shady. Probably bring in $100,000 a month, maybe, if that. She got to split that down the middle. Giselle don't do nothing. So you know where she getting the money from, besides the show. But to sit there and be dragged like that, knowing at any point, out of fucking Candace's mouth, not today neck, not today ankles. And at this point, I think she's just strictly trolling us on fashions, which is sad because that's presenting. But that's the thing, is if everybody's in on the joke, with everybody being dressed in black, I feel like that was all, granted, everybody who showed a picture is from Bravo or some type of reality show, so they were all in black. But like I said too, the first event was so colorful, I don't know why you would want the next event to be strictly black. when you're giving opulence, like we're doing, the dress code is, um, um, even black tie doesn't mean we're all black. Men just have to be in black tie, and women have to be in formal attire. But if that's, you know, that kind of thing, all these people sitting in black is very dark. It's very dark. And there's a bigger thing too with Portia marrying that man. It's just, it ushers in the whole Africans thing and the fame, you know, whatever Africans got to be. And I have to give it to fucking, it's these housewife shows. Think about when in Atlanta, where it was old, when Phaedra was dating the African man, and there's always some type of African reference. Giselle, that the thick man she was dating when they went to the vineyard, it's always an African man. Now here go Portia, then stole one. A mess. I'm convinced Giselle teammates or what? Yeah, that's right. You know what? Giselle got eyes. Okay? Giselle got eyes of her own. Okay? She knows what she wants. She knows what she want to do. And she's unapologetic about it. Somebody told her something right and she listened good enough. When she was on Watch What Happens Live, her hair looked very nice. I don't exactly remember what she had on, but it wasn't awful. It was nice enough to be sitting in them chairs. But no, when it comes to the show and public outings like this, like, you caution to the wind, honey. Daring people to say something and not caring when they do. What is that? But then I looked at her daughters. I don't want to talk about the kids. I don't like to bring in the kids until they turn about 18. And then they fair game. Okay? But it's rubbing off. It's rubbing off. I mean, I don't know what those lessons are that Giselle is teaching them. I don't know what she said. Oh, they're going to give me for hateful speech. I don't know. TikTok is always, and a hater is always in the midst. But it's rubbing off. She has no message of, you know, put your best foot forward, look your best, and she probably instills the confidence of, you know, you're pretty. If you act like this, then you'll get what you want. It does, no matter what you look like. That has to be the message. Because they went to homecoming, speaking of homecomings. And they look like, they didn't look like they was going to homecoming. Okay. So that's that on there. Meanwhile, Robin walking around her son's naked. I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm trying to see if there's y'all think it's a problem with that? Robin walking around her kids naked? Girl, let me look up Every Hue. Jamal said, I don't have no more money for this failed business, okay? How'd she do Every Hue? I was just watching Nikki's tutorials video. The bitch got money, okay? Probably just as much money as Giselle got, if not more. Talk about I can't launch. All I could do right now is I have this skincare, and I got this palette. I can't do no foundations. Now you talk about Every Hue, don't got no colors for nobody. You don't got no money to have no colors. So that was just something for the damn show. Are people still buying Ladon? Karen should be talking about that every damn episode. I'm down to watch the heifers, okay? Because, you know, like I watch the show just to see what the people are doing. Luncheon, bruncheon, intimate arguments, because, you know, you said this, I heard it came through the grapevine, because it's always something in close groups, you know what I mean? Words coming out, stories coming out, rumors being exposed and stuff like that. But these bitches, ain't nobody doing nothing. Wendy's so worried about, she must have been losing them jobs at Johns Hopkins, because John, at the end of that last episode, when they said Johns Hopkins has nothing to do It looked like a termination letter to me. And I would hate for Wendy to lose that man because they got that house just to be on the show. The level at which people will go to become famous. And also, two people don't have to do much of nothing. The bitch got a damn deal with Weight Watchers for a fucking salad. God bless her and all that she does. I'm very of the belief that she's somebody something. People eat chicken salads every day. I'm eating grapes right now. Where's the vineyards? I'm eating grapes. Make y'all want to eat grapes. I was eating popcorn. Make people want to eat popcorn. Posted the goddamn black noir bags, noir black, the noir bags. Girl bought 3 bags for my post. But I don't know nobody. And my daddy was around growing up. Looking up Kim Porter, her mother's name was Sarah Porter. Father wasn't around. I'm on a tangent now. Father wasn't around. Nobody's father was around? Kim's father dead. Kim K. I don't think Kimora Lee's father was around either. I think she was raised by her mother. Diddy's father was dead. Jay-Z, father wasn't around, father ended up dying. Kelly, father wasn't around. Then he came back around years later. Looking at them pictures, those images, looked like Kelly never met that man, never seen that man. That man didn't know nobody from nothing. Beyonce's father was a cheater. Did I say Kanye already? Took him from his father. Mother went up to Chicago. Rihanna's daddy, I think he's still a factor, which is interesting. Justin Bieber, no daddy. Miley Cyrus, her daddy's, Billy Ray is a rock star, whatever, was it there? I don't know, some whatever. Everybody has to come from the same damn storyline to be paraded in front of us, to entertain us and tickle us in some sort of way, which is kind of exhausting. When I think Kim Porter didn't have no father, they don't know nothing about her father. Marjorie Harvey, pictures of the man, don't know the man's name. Kris Jenner too, pictures of the man, don't know the man's name. We know Brandy's daddy. What's his name? Let me read what y'all said. I'm still at what happened to Every Hue. Well, wait. A fashion riot. Now I'm going to take me one African too. Yeah, I remember when they went down to that pool in that beautiful home, and the pool was in a little courtyard or whatever. I remember when they did that. Fortunately, she was taking that man then. That was in place then. Introduce Fallon to introduce that. Drum up drama. She knew then. Excuse me. And how practicing is he? You one and done because you strictly Nigerian and stuff like that. How you even leave her? Why would you even? So nobody's acting in the right way. The body language gave away. Look at that. Who? You think Portia will come back to her? I don't really care if Portia will come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's it gonna be? Well, why would she want to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? Portia in Dubai, she in Bali, she's in Nigeria. Why would you even want to come and settle down and stuff like that? I was sitting there trying to figure out if they are even gonna live. I mean, sure, they probably have a house Well, all that money that they spent for these ceremonies, he got the coins. Obviously, that was never up for debate. But I'm sure they have a house in Lagos. They can have a house in Atlanta. They might have a little flat in New York. Things like that he does. But I was like, why would they even live in Atlanta? When you know Diane don't go where the getting is good, she probably don't want to take PJ away from Dennis. But in that People article, Portia talked about this is our kids, my stepkids, this is his stepdaughter, our kids, our sons. Like, at this point, it's like Portia's spinoff for this new life. And who is Portia? But that goes back to her grandfather and how everything has a, it's an intention. Portia just not some random girl they found and put on Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, Housewives of Atlanta. She's definitely a factor in the scheme of things. And here we are right now with her. She dominated the weekend. People have things to say. People have opinions. People want to see. And as a content creator, I provide the information. But just even reading the comments, people dragging Nene. And I mean, people dragging Nene, because at the end of the day, Nene's dress was not terrible. I would say the best comment I've seen about Nene is that was her black tie interpretation of her everyday wear of a t-shirt and jeans, which that's Nene's thing. She don't really do too much spectacular. That's the thing. The dress itself was spectacular. Was it appropriate? Not so much. But even people so adamant about how terrible she looked, it's like the one girl said, you have to understand fashion to understand. I don't think it's that deep, but at the end of the day, Nene looked nice. You know what I mean? Was it appropriate? No. Could she have, because I feel like she did have pasties on. She obviously had something on under here, and then high-waisted thongs. You know what I mean? But it would, and that's the thing, she probably couldn't win for losing if she did have some type of cover-up, because there was no illusion about it. That's definitely a see-through dress. There's no illusion about it. I wonder what it looked like in the back. But if she'd have wore something under it, people would have been like, oh, she's tacky for wearing a thing. She would have been tacky coming and going. But at the same time, too, Nene is at the same doing these things. You know what I'm saying? Son in the hospital, came and opened up Lenithia Lounge, trying to sell the things, marrying with the man, with the wife, getting the birth. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the attention. Not grabbing no attention from Portia. Yes, we're talking about Nene, but Portia ain't even dropped the pictures yet. You know what I mean? Of her 7 dresses. Portia hasn't laid everything out for us. So Nene has this little moment right now, but Portia's going to lay something out. 7 outfit changes in 2 days. And then they said, People magazine said 4 on Saturday with 4 different wigs. All the time that has gone into this is not just a wedding. This is a full-on production, especially for people that have been married before. You know, so like I said, create the content, let the people eat it up. But it's like, what do people even see? What are you people even? People are just looking at what's being presented to them. I want you guys, think more, think better. Look at what they're giving to us. Look at why they're giving it to us. The timing of everything. Like I said, I had no idea. Maybe I could be out of the loop on that. I had no idea Portia was going to be getting married November 25th. Had no idea. No idea of the day. And there's a lot of things going on. November is as I look at these dates and stuff like this. You know, Kanye's mother died in November. Kim Porter died in November. Something else happened in November too. November, and now Portia gets married, and it's all this, and then the next day, 2 days later, Beyonce and them at the restaurant. And that's the thing about celebrity too, or even places like people like TMZ getting pictures and stuff like that. Lots of celebrities move in silence. probably some of your favorite celebrities. Let's say Idris Elba, for example. Never see him at the gym. We never see people looking for Idris Elba, especially in the gym. Never see him at the gym. Never see him walking down the street. Never see him and Savannah out at dinner. And we just so happened to catch Jay-Z and Beyonce in that schoolgirl outfit. Kanye West, Ray J. I don't know if Dustin Hoffman got anything to do with it, but he was there. But that's like a wrench in the program. That Mexican filmmaker, and then that they call her severely right-winged political commentator and advisor, all at the same restaurant. A restaurant Rihanna been going to all year. They didn't go to some hole in the wall. They didn't have dinner catered at the Beverly Wilshire or the Four Seasons or anything like that. They might as well have went to the damn Ivy. But the Ivy is old. That's 90s hot spots, okay? And now the people are going to Giorgio's and Nobu always and forever. That's Japanese though, and there's ties in that. But we were meant to see that. It was 100% intentional. The way Beyonce and Jay-Z could shut down a bar alone, nobody would know. Dip in the back door, dip out the back, nobody would know. But the fact that they were there doing all that is definitely something. But as I look more into the things that I have before me, and take it to Hillary Clinton, Jay-Z and Beyonce was on the Hillary Clinton campaign train as well. Products are useful tools to get the youth to vote. Now let me tell you, another tangent. I went to watch Dead to Me, and I don't know if I'll finish the season. I don't know if I'll finish that last season. They turned me off in like the first 10 minutes when they said something. She said something about voting. And it's no coincidence that they dropped it in November, and this is primaries. You know what I mean? There's just no coincidence. There's no coincidence Christina Applegate got the damn star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and the show dropped. I don't like to be dicked around like that. I'm paying attention too much. You should see the shit I have before me and how things turn back to the same people, how a lot of people are involved, and the intention. So there's that. I don't know what I was saying before. I'm at, do you think Portia is back on Real Housewives? Jen, what deals? Your Kanye post did make me want to eat some popcorn. Yeah. Oh my, right, okay. Somebody sent me a coupon code. And that's the thing, you know, that's the thing too, like, don't get me wrong, maybe not Weight Watchers, I don't know, Carl's Jr., somebody, like, London, we want you to, sure. But know this, I'm not promoting anything that I wouldn't do, eat, use, go. Understand that forever and always. And also too, I wouldn't promote anything like when they get down here and say, over in the primaries, I'm not promoting that either. And those are the things that I won't get promoted. Because he's got too much of an opinion. He's chaotic and controversial, right-wing leftist and all that stuff, you know. And I'm gonna say that's my hill. That's my hill. Because a lot of people just, I don't think people really even pay attention to what is really actually going on. I was on Reddit, just reading the comments. Who is Corey Gamble? He's just a purse carrier. Kanye, I'm not getting into all that, but it's like, Kanye, was he so crazy? Sitting here writing off black people that Kanye can't be actually telling the truth and Corey can't actually be that powerful. I put in, can y'all get the correlation between the musical genius, the creative genius, and the comedic genius? Slander right now. I don't think that's any coincidence too. I was sitting here listening to music on Pandora like, You know, R. Kelly is really not in fucking rotation. And I have to exclude all accusations aside. I do not condone violence and pedophilia. I don't condone those things. But all accusations aside, that man was an integral part of the culture. Lots of people, I don't know about us, we seem to be of age in here. But lots of these TikTokers and stuff like that is here because of R. Kelly, okay? And I have not heard one R. Kelly song on Pandora in quite some time. Not in a rotation, and I get some of everybody going through my stuff, you know? Not one R. Kelly song. That man is really out the mix. Bill Cosby did what he did, whatever, you know, whatever he did, however he did it, tried to do with Giselle, whatever that was. And that man has been stripped of every accolade. Let's cue Nene in. I don't want to strip her of her accolades. Stripped of every accolade, like he wasn't niggas' fathers and some women's fathers out here in these streets. Stripped. Kanye West, like he didn't influence the culture for decades. At least 15 years. Ever since I've been out of high school. And now he's a crazy, you know, like the musical genius, the creative genius, and the comedic genius. Stripped. Allegedly, they say Matthew was her dad, Kelly's dad, right? The most one, I was looking at pictures of like when they were like Giselle, Beyonce Giselle, or even Tina and Solange when they would be darker. It's like that's either a spray tan or they was down in the bayou for some time and got darker. But nobody, you put. This is as light as I get. You know, my winter color. I don't get no lighter than this. Okay? Now I crisp up real nice. That's how I like the summer. I don't get no lighter than this. Beyonce and Jay-Z and Tina about as light as my mother. And Matthew is darker than my father. My father is a couple shades darker than me. He's not too dark. Maybe 2 shades darker than me. You don't know them girls look like that? See, and then what you said, Jen, Riri dad. See, I'm back, you guys. I haven't seen anything. Riri dad had a drinking or drug problem. Something. See? No, man's name. Willie. There it go. Portia was plotting his Nene Leakes new man, an African, and they said he's married. Yeah, he is African, and he is married from North Carolina, where they got that alienation of a marriage law. Of all the men in the world, Nene, you find a man that's married and from North Carolina to get yourself involved in more mess, just like she did wearing that dress, just to get people to talk. Poor Brent laid up in the hospital bed, just for people to talk. The 4th wife, I heard he had 4 other wives, Simon. I think Portia was out to prove a point, especially after the Disney spinoff. She went all out. Yeah, 100%. They just kept propping her up for whatever it is. I mean, this is African narrative that they'll come in and save black women. Corey and his hips get around. Yeah, Corey and his hips, them white hips is everywhere. Corey was at the dinner with Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos in the book. Exactly. I'm gonna do a video. I just wanted to just get some things, and it's not even really a video because I just think somebody in this. I'm tempted to call niggas down at the from his high school if I could find it, where he was this athletic and academic powerhouse, and then he went to Morehouse. I would love to talk to somebody at Morehouse, and that's the thing. I'm not good at cold calling. But that's true investigative journalism. Lots of cold calling. And, but I want to do that. And if somebody's going to say something. I even traced his, and this is the thing, you guys. I traced Sheree back. Sheree Buchanan. Corey's first wife or girlfriend I think it was just his girlfriend. She's 10 years older than him. Chris is 25 years older than him. They was together for 3 years, him and Sheree. Sheree Buchanan was married to Ray Buchanan. Wrong page. Wrong page. She was married to Ray Buchanan, okay? See, insurance basics, this is what I need, a team, right? And I think you might be signing up for something. I'm paying you in love, okay? But I get the numbers and I'll send them to you. I'll send you the questionnaire or whatever, you know. But Sheree was married to Ray. Ray got a brother, Richard. I don't know what he got to do, but he played for the Rams. He was a football player too. And it's not the football players. And I told y'all the football players keep dying. And I'm probably grasping at straws and I probably sound nuts to somebody who don't understand. But there's so much coincidence. Okay? Sheree to Sheree. Sheree to Corey. The thing too, I think people need to understand is that women are out here happy playing a role that allows them to live the life that they want to live. Portia is happy being with Simon if he allows her to go on trips, spend how she wants to spend, and provide a fabulous life. Ray was fine. Ray still is fine. A fabulous life that she wants to live, providing for her kids. You know what I'm saying? Providing for her daughter. Portia don't care about nothing else. She gonna lie. Erica Jane. That man don't get up. That man ain't screwing her. Don't know woman who work out all day, because she was performing, you know, she did the thing, she learned the routines, you know what I mean? Working for her persona and things like that, get home to a man that can't perform. She was happy living that thing. I could go down the list of women who are happy doing these things. And that's the lifestyle, that's the unconventional lifestyle that people live to maintain the lifestyle that they have. Sheree Buchanan was a beard of sorts. Probably her and Ray did have something going, but I don't think Ray married now. She was married to Ray. They was married for 10 years or something like that. So I'm like, okay, so then she gets with Corey. How does Corey, are y'all with me here? How does Corey get involved? How does Corey get the go-ahead to become Sheree's next man? A la Candy being so cautious of who the fuck Ty will be screwing when she dies. How does he get the okay? Where does it come from? Well, Ray Buchanan, get the lane, right? There's a, is this Keaton? Keaton, K-E-T-T-O-N. Keaton Buchanan, works for Scooter Braun. Scooter employed Corey when he got out of college. How that works exactly, I don't know. Scooter Braun started the SB projects when he was 26. Corey's a year older than him. When y'all went to college, Corey got a business degree, so it ain't like he had to go to all this. He probably did the 4 standards, right? Let me know if I'm wrong. People said you usually graduate around 22 out of college, right? Scooter hired him straight out of college. If Scooter was 26, Corey would have been 27. And that might not mean nothing. Maybe it does. And I don't want to keep discrediting what I'm saying. But listen to me now. You know how they used to say Beyonce is 45, Brandy? And in the Yandy video, when I researched, and this is somebody just said today on the Yandy video, you forgot Not Yandy. It wasn't the Yandy video. It was the Chrissy video. You forgot her messing with Mike Tyson. I'm not reporting anything just because it was written. And I'm only confirming what's already been confirmed. Like I said, I don't have no insiders. I'm waiting, and I seek insiders, right, to get some fresh new information. Then I really start using allegedly, because I'm not trying to get sued. But there are, things come out there. I process, it's a best 2 out of 3. I'm letting y'all in. It's a best 2 out of 3, or best 3 out of 5. If I can't confirm a piece of information from 2 other sources, I'm not writing about it. I'm not touching it, because that's just some filler bullshit. And I don't need filler bullshit. I'm trying to keep my credibility. Understand? Yandy, people their birthdays is out, because people celebrate, people make big deals about their birthday. I look up Yandy's birthday, it was at least 3 dates rolling around. From 1980 to 1982. Yandy probably somewhere out here, 46, 47. And that's all allegedly. But people out here, like I said, Beyonce's one of the biggest ones. People have been saying for years that Beyonce's older than 41. People have been saying that for years. Birthdays get mixed up, that's a situation, it is what it is. And here we are. But that's what we talk about. Corey, you trying to tell me Corey's hippie self. And I'm not saying, yeah, Corey's hippie self. I'm tired of apologizing. Born in 1980, same age as Kim, 41. Corey, 41. And I know black don't crack, but it do crease a little. But that's another thing too, men out here getting these surgeries. I think surgeries is perfected on women so that they better serve men. Solange probably 41. My girl do look 41. God love her. Now sometimes I do be biased because I enjoy somebody, but I know what the fuck is going on here. Like her residence in New Orleans. That's a sheep down there with the spirits and the things, okay? But that's where we at right there. The Keaton Buchanan, who works for Scooter Braun, it's all the association. And once I could really piece some things together, and that's the thing, I just don't, and I could make a short little video, and that's why I need to get on YouTube, because the things I be saying want us to like 20 minutes, you know what I mean? At least 20 minutes, just me carrying on, instead of trying to chisel it down to 10. And on TikTok, don't nobody want to watch no 6-minute video. So pray for me in my transition. But there are things, and then I'm looking at, Kimora Lee too, and how her situation, Corey Gamble, Kim Porter, Kimora Lee Simmons. Kimora Lee Simmons, Kim Porter, and Kimberly Kardashian. And I know it ain't but one Kim, it's not, Kim is not it's a very common name. But all these women have been, linked to each other. For what the bottom line? Even when you look at stuff like liquor, you get Kathy Hilton on Beverly Hills Housewives promoting a liquor that she's affiliated with that's run by Eva Longoria. You get Tracy Ellis Ross promoting Casamigos, which is run by George Clooney. Why do you think that is? Affiliation in the bottom line. Drake's had plastic surgery. Drake, and I wish people would cancel Drake. I wish people would cancel Drake, but they not. Drake around here appropriating culture, making just everything about it. The culture of black women he doesn't even subscribe to. They done that, and you know what too? And that's the thing. It's like, okay, well, if the family, because there's a clip where Kim says Corey is a gold digger, but if the family is questioning, it kind of alleviates anybody else needing to question. It's like, oh, well, they're doing it. If they, I'm sure they did the due diligence, so Corey must be okay. But even when you go to look up stuff, that's what I'm saying. What I'm gonna tell you, like everything I just said. Yeah, Corey went to school. He was called Mr. Dependable. Sheree, his ex-wife, said he was money-hungry, opportunist, and a stalker. Kanye said he was godless. Yeah, I might get a couple views, but what is that? I like something to be a little bit more sustaining. So I'll be in my own way when it comes to that. But hopefully you guys come to the collective. You come to the Kelly page to like, okay, let me get something from this. So there's that. But as I put the whole, lots of the people that he's affiliated with, Scooter Braun, DuPont, Diddy, Bieber, Lewis Hamilton, Rob Weiss, that whole plane ride with him, Beyonce and Jay-Z, and Tim Witherspoon, which is Kelly's baby father. I've always wondered where that man came from. Handlers. And things of that nature. Corey is lining. Corey has introduced people. Corey is involved with things that date back to 2014 when he first met Chris. 2014 is when he met Chris. 2016, by 2016, he was at Trump Tower with Kanye West and Donald Trump. 2 years after that, Kim Porter died. In between that time, 2016, the Democratic National Convention, he was getting Kim aligned with the damn Clintons. And then what Kim do with this whole Hillary Clinton thing? Sat down, had the lunch. What Hillary did supporting Hillary Clinton, who's affiliated with DuPont. Like Kanye West. Look at that, see? Like Kanye West. If you don't know the names of the people affiliated, like Ellen Coleman, you don't know. Even Scooter Braun. Even Sheree Buchanan. People don't know who these people are. People don't know who these people are. Watching that Portia video, people are like, who are these people? People have no idea who they're looking at or why they're on their television, but there they are. And that's the thing. What I think interesting too, as I research stuff, and it's all the internet, and it's all controlled to some degree. And to that point, it's like when you look up, who did I look up? Oh, let's say this. My Diddy video. From what I had seen, Diddy's mother, Janice, ain't Diddy's mother. It was the girl, Cassie, who's Diddy's father, who was screwing Janice, where they have the daughter, what's her name, Sharice, something like that. That Cassie woman is Diddy's mother, which makes sense with Diddy's mother taking on kids, which Diddy has taken on 2 kids. When you look up Cassie and Diddy, who do you think you're going to see? What type of news you think you're going to look up? What type of, what's going to hit first? At least on the first 3,000 pages. And who the hell is going through 3,000 pages back? I mean, that's hard. That's worse than cold calling, okay? But when you look up Cassie and Diddy, who do you think is going to show up? So you would never get to, or even take the time or something like that, to get to the, okay, Cassie is somewhere. Another Cassie. Cassie from 1960. No. We pulled up damn Cassie Ventura, or whatever her name is, in Diddy. Oh, was it coincidence he just got with a girl named Cassie? Is it? Somebody tell me it is. And y'all didn't tell me nothing about college. I thought y'all didn't go to college. That's all right. I didn't either. Just a brief tenure. But I think I would have been 20. No, I went to college late. I was past 22 when I went to college. Either way, thank you, Bae's best friend. Um, there's no coincidence that when you look that he dates a girl named Cassie, has such a long-standing relationship with her, and lets her go. Lets her go, continue to model, continue to sing, get married, have immediately after she left Diddy, she married another man. Kim died. And what's her name? Sarah? Another Sarah. I think the girl's one of the twins, that third twin. Thank you, Queen Bee. That third twin, the triplet, I think her mother's name is Sarah or something like that. Let me know if I'm wrong. You don't never hear her. I'm going to tell you why Puffy killed Kim. There were things going on. If they said Kim was on coke, I'll believe it. Because just like the reason Whitney medicated herself, not because she was a good time girl, but because, like anybody, Sarah Chapman, like for anybody who does drugs, it's a suppressant. It makes you forget. It's an incentivizer. It gets you to get to the red carpets. It gets you to make the appearances. It gets you not to make a big deal about anything. So that's that. When Kimora met that man, when Kimora met that white man back in 2012, it didn't take but for 2 years. They met in 2012. Kim died in 2018. It took 2 years for that to start to fall apart. He charged with embezzlement. The year Kim died, he pled guilty to embezzling the money. They wanted to wrap Kimora up in that. Kimora adopts that boy. Now this might be grasping at straws, because not that I'm forcing it, but I'm just trying to see how the things line up in her affiliation. The way I wrote Kimora into this is by she's the one to confirm or push the narrative that Kim was found in the bed, dead. But at the same time, she was in cardiac arrest when the paramedics arrived. Those things cannot happen together. She can't be found in the bed dead at the same time being cardiac arrest when the paramedics arrive. That puts Kimora Lee Simmons on my radar, who was conditioned, one, because she's Asian, and everybody plays a part, especially when you look into this man, Tim Lesnar, who was the head of Asian investment banking for Goldman Sachs, or he worked at Goldman Sachs, but he was the head of investment banking. One Malaysia development, Berhad is the Malaysian company that he embezzled the money from, $4.5 billion. That's not small change. And Kimora is affiliated with this man. And after Kimora been with Russell Simmons, let me tell you something about Russell. Allegedly. You don't date no man like Russell Simmons. You don't date no man like Diddy, ex Young Miami. You don't date no man like Russell Simmons or Diddy and not walk away with knowledge. Knowledge of people, knowledge of the game, knowledge of growth, all the things, business. It's no way in the world Kimora was with Russell all those years. Kimora taking care of Russell's kids. Russell ain't imparted on that woman things to look for, things to be cautious of, things to take notice of. To get with the man like Tim Lesnar. Back to the African story, the married Jamin over in Africa. And is he Nigerian? I don't think he's Nigerian. I think he's African still, but let me get it right. Shaman. Then that's what I'm saying. All the Kims, Kimora been that bitch, and I don't. And that's what the people don't give Kimora. People don't give Kimora no credit. Her reviving baby fat is no easy feat. People don't give Kimora no credit. She the original, not the original, but she the one. Before the Young Miami and Kim Kardashian, it was Kimora Lee. Y'all remember on Cribs? I never forgot Kimora from Cribs. And she never let me forget her. Hounsu. Hounsu. Let me see what the things say. Let me just... Oh, it's on fucking airplane mode. Hold on. Get my devices right. Hold on, y'all. Because this is the narrative. Y'all see what I'm saying? DJMILN. Whatever. How you spell German? DJMON. Oh, girl. What do you get? This on airplane mode. I like to put my things on airplane mode so they could charge up. DJIMON. Unless y'all get a hey tab. DJIMON. There we go. There we go. Get out of here. Don't tell me he's Nigerian. He is Beninese. Benin, not the same thing, but it's the same thing because they were talking about Benin customs, same country as Sam is. Sue, what's his name? Porsche's man, same country. Jamin Hunsu is. Kimora set the standard. So for her to have been with that man, did the whole thing, not officially married to him because they got married over there. It's not official here. So there was never anything like that. Liken it to her getting with this Tim Lesnar, who was still married to his wife when him and Kimora still got married. So there was never any actual obligations, legal obligations, or tetherings to whatever he was doing. But he looked good having this Asian woman who knows the fucking game on his arm. Simon and Jamin. So he embezzles the money. They tried to use an organization that her and Russell got together, and then Russell get to suing, but then they all come out of that. Kim got out of Kim, and that's I could come up with the scenario because for me the evidence is here. Kim, you don't want to Kimora. You don't. They probably call her Kimmy. I don't know that they call her Mora. Who knows? I don't know who this boy is, but you adopt this kid, put this money into this country, or this whatever, and then we need you, Kim Morris Simmons, with all the people that knowingly loved Kim Porter. We need you to say yes. At 11 o'clock, the police came, the paramedics came, and they found her. We need Kimora to do that. Not Misa, not Sam, not a security guard, not the doctors Diddy had on, not anybody like that. We need Kimora to do it. So that it's viable and reliable. Because people trust Kimora. People know Kimora. That's how she gets caught up for me in the Kim Porter thing. So now I got to look at this, and Kimora is currently, well, she's separated from the man, but wrapped up in charges. This man is looking at 10 to 25 years in prison. And what they said, a lifetime ban from capital markets. That's not, you messing with people's money. $4.5 billion you embezzling? Making a salary of what, $220 million a year. Invite to join. Who are these people? I'm gonna accept it. Because that's just what the people do, and you never know who they are or whatever. If somebody want to come up and have a conversation, I'm open to that too. But that's how you get on my radar. That's how you get on my radar. And Scooter Braun, who's a Gemini, like me and Kanye West. Scooter Braun was... Did y'all see a couple screens pop up? It was 3 other screens. Either way. Scooter Braun, who was managing Taylor Swift at the time, this is in 2009, had Kanye West, well, not into this, this wasn't, well, it was in 2009, but had Kanye West go up and publicly embarrass that young girl in 2009, which involved Kim Kardashian. And it's just a whole thing. And I just like the same way, like I said about the Housewives. It's like, if I'm not affiliated with these people, you're not going to find me with these people. Also, too, just because we don't see me, which is not true. Because they do be together. Not as frequently, but they be together. Kim and Beyonce have been in parties together. When that, I was putting in that video with them coming out of Giorgio's. Probably ain't seen them all together like that except for Kim. But you ain't seen Kanye and Jay-Z sit together since that dinner where they was with Steve Stout and Swiss Beats. You remember that? And Diddy was with Cassie at the time. Alicia Keys, Kim Kardashian, Steve and his wife, Kim and Kanye. So we see the people together. And by association, they push the narrative. Or by proximity, you can understand who's connected. Because if they're not, they're not. Just like if you see Wendy and Charisse, or if you see Wendy and damn Giselle walking down the street, you say, oh, is the cameras? Because by proximity, you would associate Housewives of Potomac. You know? All the girls at Portia's wedding. By proximity, proximity, I don't know if I'm using the right word. You realize these is all reality TV girls. And everybody can bring up somebody. And that's the video got the most damn views. The video I put up, the video that everybody is talking on is the video that I knew the least amount of people. I had to search, okay, for things. And, you know, you do it and you figure it out. But search for these people. Especially, I didn't realize that was Steve Harvey's daughter till today. I don't even know, I don't know who everybody is. But y'all not gonna tell me Portia got married to this man, and Portia's second cousin from her mother's side and after that thing, who looked just as nice as everybody else. You know? What the hell was Steve Harvey's daughter doing there? What's the situation with that man, her husband, she married to? Whew. Her and him is a whew. But what is his association and his affiliation with this thing as an entrepreneur and this and that and this and that? My Yale girl working there, her husband cuter than her. The My Yale girl there. I didn't know who she was till somebody started tagging her in the damn comments. Sometimes I just don't, but that's the thing. So I'm guilty of that too, not knowing who people is. But then then they get on the radar. I had no idea who that young lady was, even though she looked so nice. No idea. And if I wasn't privy to what the hell was happening on Love and Hip Hop, I wouldn't have no idea who Sierra Glam Shop was. Because who the hell is Sierra Glam Shop? It's in Atlanta. You know, that's the thing. Atlanta people. But they don't got no family from Wisconsin. They don't got no family up in Detroit. Everybody got family in Detroit. That's the thing. It's all about Marjorie's kids. And girl, Natasha, and then Natasha, I saw that you was following the husband. I said, okay, so they must be somebody. Child, rough. That wife is rough. And then she didn't always look like that. So she'd have been, I'm not dragging the girl. I'm not getting charged for hateful speech. With a little makeup and a little, lunchtime procedure or a long weekend workup has done her good. But that's the thing. Steve don't care about. He don't advertise them kids. He don't advertise his kids, and Marjorie's oldest daughter don't associate herself with the family either. Much like, and that's the thing too. People would probably be surprised. And I know I was shocked. The people who would be surprised at this point, I feel like everybody would know, because these young kids have no idea. First of all, who the hell Ozzy is. Second of all, I have no idea that Ozzy and the Osbourne started the whole reality TV thing on a family level, and that they had that daughter that nobody ever saw, that nobody ever talked about, that was never on camera, that never did an interview. I don't even think I know what the young lady looked like to memory. That sort of thing. They said Marjorie's oldest daughter spent her time still down in Tennessee or wherever Marjorie's from, with the grandparents. Skinny, I think she was skinny. No shade, I'm just saying it is what it is. But that's the thing. Association, and you either with it or you're not with it. And if you are with it, why are you with it? How can I connect Corey to the Buchanans? How do I connect Corey to the Buchanans back to the Brauns, just from being with a woman? And this was, they got together in 2007. So that's that. Like I said, that's how people end up on the radar, and then whatever. Oh, hello, Forever Blooming. Welcome. Whoever gets, what am I saying? Yes, Star, where you going? Whoever, I don't know what I was saying by that. Whoever gets, if you get on the radar, it's going down. How about that? That's a threat. No, it's not a threat. It just is what it is. Well, I think I was going to say something about the housewives. The housewives just perpetuate stereotypes and drama in the community and things like that. And I think that's really the biggest downfall. Granted, like I said, it's entertaining and it does what needs to be done, because what else are we watching on television? People don't want to watch the news. People don't like nature shows. People don't, talk shows are in the morning. So what are we watching at night to occupy our time or stuff like that? So then there's this whole reality thing, thanks to the Osbournes. And, the Osbournes and the real world. The colors, like I'm just not into it. Like I said earlier, Tab, I said, colorism, yeah, they light skin, okay. Giselle, Jamal, black as hell. Karen, Ray, black as hell. Mia, G, black as hell. And yes, by proxy, I am saying, because they dating with these black, dark ass men, they can't be sitting here trying to play dark women. That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. Is it funny that the darkest women on the show are better linguists, know how to use their words in an eloquent way, whether it be shady or not, but they know how to put their words together and not be so nasty, shady, or curt with things? That may be an interesting perception, but it has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do with colorism. And they wasn't stupid putting Candace on the damn show. Granted, she's an artist, and things like that. And probably Dorothy got some deep. Everybody's start with people's parents, and that's why I looked at Kim's mother. Sitting there want to get into fucking Kimura's mother too. Where did these people come from? Because you don't understand Puffy unless you understand Janice and where that comes from. People will be only products of where they came from. What type of concessions, what type of deals, what type of this, what type of that were made to put my child in a position like this? They didn't just wake up one day, because if that was the case, honey, I'd be famous. People didn't see these. People are watching me right now. People have watched and liked the videos, but I'm not. My cousins, my mothers, my great-great-grandparents didn't fight in the war and wasn't generals and like Beyonce's great was, Yes, come on, find a hot dad. Yes, you better. I ain't said about Irene Cara passing whatever ago. Oh, Irene, she sang Fame. I wanna live forever. I wanna learn how to fly, right? Yeah, the blackberry is sweeter than the bush. I thought of the juice. I don't want to taste the bush now. But